After the longest filibuster in modern history, Senator Grant has succeeded, killing the spending bill that would have put Planned Parenthood in serious jeopardy. This has been the defining moment of Mellie Grant's political career, as millions of Americans rallied behind her, crashing the live streams on several websites and making the hashtag I Stand With Mellie the #1 trending topic on Twitter for much of the evening.
Miss Pope, are you
We
ready
now
to
return
begin?
you to It's a Wonderful Life, already in progress.
Soft tissue, an illness, an antidote to greatness. You think you're better off with people who rely on you, depend on you, but you're wrong. Because you will inevitably end up needing them, which makes you weak, pliable. Family doesn't complete you. It destroys you.
All right, Brian. We played the clip from Scandal. Now I want your take on the episode. And we had a conversation a couple weeks back that I thought of when I watched this episode about liberals and abortion. So I want you to, if you can, rehash your theories on liberals and how they view abortion.
I found it a somewhat interesting episode about abortion, especially considering that, Scandal is such a liberal show. You notice how they give abortion such the positive spin that, it's just something normal, something that, every woman just makes a choice to do. It's no different than coloring your hair, I suppose. Yet in the episode, she certainly makes a big deal about hiding it and not telling anyone about it, which kind of makes you wonder why there's the double standard. If it is just like coloring your hair, shouldn't she just be telling everybody it's like any other medical procedure? But of course, it comes back to the idea that liberals want to be as free as possible, as, I guess you would say sleeping around, just doing whatever they want to do and having no consequences afterwards. Which, of course, the consequences for a woman sleeping around is, of course, that she might get pregnant. And as the show illustrates, she's a powerful woman living in Washington, D.C. She doesn't have time for a kid. So she just simply gets rid of it and gets on with her life. And the audio overlay of the episode where you actually see the abortion taking place is outstanding, because it's her father talking about how horrible and how terrible it is to have a family and how they are such a horrible burden and how nobody should ever do anything like that.
Yeah, I love that audio overlay. That was really good.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder what they were thinking, but,
Oh, we kind of, well, yeah.
Yeah, well.
But go ahead. I want your theory on liberals and abortion. Like, take them from their early years to what you call the Clinton years.
Well, yeah, well, like I was saying, when you're younger, under 30 or so, you need to be as free as possible. Nothing to, tie you down, especially not a kid. So that's why, liberals are such champions of abortion, because they don't want a kid. They don't want to be tied down. They want to, live free and live their life. Of course, once they get a little bit older, after 30 or so, they might want to settle down and have a kid. And this is where the abortion guilt sets in, because then they're going to look back at their life and realize that, well, they did kill somebody like a couple of years or a couple of decades ago. And that comes with a lot of remorse, because then they're like, well, if I wouldn't have killed little Billy or little Sally, I mean, they would have been like 10 or 15 years old today. And they're not. They're not here because of the choice they made all those years ago.
And take me through how they deal with that remorse. Oh
yes. Well, the remorse is, it's quite profound for them, because, they finally realized that, they did end someone else's life. And you can see it where they, they'll have birthday parties for the aborted kid that is no longer with them, and, still give them presents and still, still keep track of their life as if they would not have aborted them.
But it all revolves around the thing that you said is it all evolves around celebrating. You celebrate the abortion, and then you celebrate the child that's not there.
Yes. I'm not so sure it's celebrating the actual child though, because it is a lot more selfish. It's celebrating their emotional connection as if the child was there. It really doesn't have anything to do with the child per se. It's just that they want to experience the emotions as if the kid was there.
Mm. And
So, I mean, for example, if you had a kid who was like 10 years old and you were having a birthday party for them, you would feel quite happy for them. You'd feel, proud, all the typical emotions that a parent would feel. But of course, if you aborted the kid 10 years ago, you can't feel those emotions. So you could still do it. You just have to pretend they're alive, at least for a day. And then you could still feel all those emotions as if they were real.
and then after you feel all those emotions, because liberals are, as we know, very tied to their emotions, then it's a trip to Crate and Barrel and a glass of Chardonnay, and you call it a night.
Yes, which is coincidentally exactly how the episode of Scandal ended.
Yes, Silent Night. I can't think of a more ironic song for ending somebody's life who has no choice or any say in the matter.
Oh yes, it's a really amazing choice.
And this is Conversations with Brian. All right, I stopped.